Crescent City Steakhouse, a true neighborhood restaurant operated by the Vojkovic family since 1934. It is the oldest steakhouse in the city of New Orleans. Serving only hand-cut, prime-aged, corn-fed beef for over 80 years, Crescent City Steakhouse has become a dining destination for both die-hard locals and adventurous travelers who seek traditional, timeless New Orleans cuisine. Crescent City Steakhouse, 1001 North Broad, on the corner of St. Philip, in the heart of New Orleans.
Hey, don't forget my pimento cheese. Of course.
It's okay, I'll take it from here.
Hey, the guy get a seat!
For the love of palmetto cheese.
So here's the bottom line. Well, it's funny that you say that. Let me tell you. Good evening and welcome to Primetime Sports. Hey, I'm your host Scott Alexander, and I hope you're like me. You got your fill of Christmas food and you're ready for 2020, which is coming up. If you're watching this on Tuesday night, Happy New Year to you. If it's Sunday night on WWL, well, Happy New Year to you as well. What a weekend it was for sports, but we're going to do something a little different on this show. Every year, I like to honor the high school coaches and sometimes players of the state champions. We just get a couple every year. You know, we've had obviously J.T. Curtis and we've had Jay Roth and all the others throughout the years. Bryce Brown from Carr, it seems like they do it every year. We also do the basketball as well. Well, this year, no different. We're going up to the River Parish. We're going up to St. James to get my man Robert Valdez, first time state championship. He's been a runner-up a couple times, and he's been in the semis many, many times. But hey, not only him, we're going to have another first time. In his very first year, Nick Monica from Rummel won a state title this year, replacing Jay Roth, and he's going to come on with his star player, Donovan Kaufman, who's going to Vanderbilt. Coming up next on Primetime Sports.
Make no mistake about it, life's more fun with seafood.
Oysters don't swim.
They do in butter.
What'd you get? A little bit of everything to make everyone happy.
Acme Oyster House. Life really is more fun with seafood.
Rock and roll will never die. It's old New Orleans, my oh my. Come on, baby, let's go rock and roll. Acme City Lane, all night, let's roll, let's rock and roll. Baby, do the rock and roll. Acme City Lane's the home of rock and roll.
Handling a gator like this can be scary, and this is pretty risky too. But do you know what's really dangerous? Dealing with the insurance company after your car wreck. If you've been injured, get a fighter. That's why you need to call me. I'm not afraid to handle them, and I'll fight to get you every dollar you deserve. So if you've been hurt, hire a professional. Just call me. Get it done.
Get Gordon. Get it done.
Call 1-800-653-9968.
Did you know that GMFS Mortgage is the largest independent mortgage company in Louisiana? Their 250 employees have helped over 79,000 customers make the dream of home ownership come true. They funded over $12.9 billion in loans right here in Southeast Louisiana. If you're ready to buy, build, or renovate a new home, or just need to refinance, call the company born and raised here, GMFS Mortgage.
Crescent City Steakhouse, a true neighborhood restaurant operated by the Vojkovic family since 1934, is the oldest steakhouse in the city of New Orleans. Serving only hand-cut, prime-aged, corn-fed beef for over 80 years, Crescent City Steakhouse has become a dining destination for both die-hard locals and adventurous travelers who seek traditional, timeless New Orleans cuisine. Crescent City Steakhouse, 1001 North Broad, on the corner of St. Philip, in the heart of New Orleans.
Hey, don't forget my pimento cheese. Of course.
It's okay. I'll take it from here.
Hey, can I get a seat?
For the love of palmetto cheese.
Primetime Sports with Scott Alexander is underwritten by Task Performance.
Hey, welcome back to Primetime Sports. It's a little special show, like I told you in the open. It's a Christmas show, so Merry Christmas. I hope you had a good Christmas. Hope you're about to have a good New Year. Have a safe one. But hey, right now, we're going to have Ronnie Lamarque do his third straight year singing us a little Christmas song, the guy that was on America's Got Talent. And we have another state championship coach coming up. That is Robert Valdez from St. James. But right now, well, we have traditional power. They had a big game at Ullman Stadium a couple weeks back. I was Catholic in Rummel, and the Rummel Raiders prevailed again. They are no strangers to state titles, but this is a little bit unusual. Jay Roth is not there anymore. He's now the athletic director. First-time coach, a head coach. He's been there at Rummel for 14 years as an assistant. First time he gets it, he gets the state championship. So we have him and one of his star players, running back, safety, my man Donovan Kaufman. But first, Nick Monica, welcome to the show, my friend.
Thank you, Scott.
How you doing, man?
Having us. Good.
Good to see you. Congratulations, first of all.
Thank you.
And by the way, dude, I mean, you set the bar too high. I mean, you go in, you win a state title. This is what John Brady taught me as a coach. He said, don't win too early. I mean, not me, but his other coaches said, don't win too early because they're going to expect this every year. So just ease in and keep getting better. But you just went for it all right away.
Yeah, it was a great group, special group, and these guys have been extremely motivated since we've started in the spring, and just extremely happy that they were able to experience this before they get their diploma.
Yeah, so you've been with 14 years. I mean, you basically, obviously Rummel starts in 8th grade, right? So you've been this kid right there. I'm not your kid, but he was like 4 years old probably when you started coaching there. Mm-hmm. Then you've watched some of these kids go from 8th grade, maybe even knowing some of them longer. What's that like just to see the end result their senior year?
Well, that's been the best part about the whole process, especially being the defensive coordinator for years. A lot of these guys, 2 years ago, we started 6 sophomores and a freshman on the defensive side of the ball, and those same guys are the ones that we won a championship with.
That's awesome.
A couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
So it's just been awesome to watch them not only grow physically more mature, but just to watch them grow up and be young men.
Well, Rummel, obviously, Jamar Chase is going to be a first-round pick. He's a future guy, a guy that played at Rummel. LSU's starting to get a little pipeline. I know Christian's up there, Christian Fulton. Mm-hmm. Another wide receiver's going. But Rummel's no stranger to having guys play college football, whether it be FBS or FCS. It's all great college football. We've got one sitting here right here, Donovan Kaufman. You're going to Vanderbilt, so you must be a dummy. No, Vanderbilt's a very smart school, obviously. So tell me about your decision in going there.
I mean, when I went up there, my first time going up there was for the draft because it was in Nashville, and they invited us up there, unofficial. We went up there, me, my mom, my sister, went up there. I fell in love with the place. Nashville is a beautiful city. I mean, it felt like home. When I first arrived, all the coaches was there outside waiting on me to get out the car. Me and my mom and myself was like, dang, they bring everybody outside. Like,
makes you feel special?
Yeah, it does. And then I just went up there on the OV this weekend, and the same feeling.
So when was the decision? I'm just curious, like when tell me a little bit about the process for you, because I love hearing these stories. Sometimes people like to commit really early. something like to wait out to the end. What was it like for you?
I committed in June, right before the season started. I knew I wanted to go through the season, committed because I didn't want to have to worry about that type of thing.
Getting home phone calls every day?
And then now after the season, by me not signing, the early period.
They're still calling you.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Well, they wouldn't be doing their job if they weren't. Obviously, you're a star player. But here's the question I think a lot of people have. They've seen you excel on both sides of the ball. You know, a lot of times, you know, coaches say, we'll figure it out when we get there. So I'm hearing they're going to let you try at least to play both running back and safety. Talk about that.
Yes, sir. I mean, they all say the same thing. They say they feel like I'm a natural with the ball in my hand, and they want to give me the ball. In the kick return game, kick return, punt return also. So they just want me with the ball in my hand and make plays.
So what's your favorite part about being on the football field?
I'm not even gonna lie. I don't think like when I'm out there. I think about our checks, but when you play, you just play. It's just
play.
Like, yeah.
Because you still have the joy of just being out there like you're a kid.
Yes,
so the thing about football, obviously, it's the ultimate team sport. I mean, every sport has an element of that, but there's so many pieces that have to work for a play to work. At the end, when you win, I think that sport in itself, more than almost any other, the celebration with the team, the camaraderie among your teammates, and when you finally get to the culmination of that mountaintop, explain what that's like for people that may not know what it feels like.
I mean, it just felt like everything that you worked for finally came together, and it was just like, for us being our senior, it was like, it's over, and we went out the best way possible that you could possibly think. 13-0, undefeated, state champs, in a game like that, so it wasn't much scoring into the fourth quarter. It was 3-0 the whole way. The fans was probably bored. They could have just came and watched the fourth quarter and had a great show. I mean, it was a great game. Catholic was a great team. I feel like they were the best team that we played all year.
Nice.
And it was great.
I tell you what, man, I can just see in your face you're going to do great on any level, football, wherever you decide to do, you got the whole package there. I'd be remiss not to say this. Obviously, for those that are watching that may remember the name Monica, Frank, I mean, your dad. I mean, can we talk about how special it was, not just for you, but for him to watch his son do this, and your whole family? You got other coaches in the family, right? Mm-hmm. Different sports?
Yeah, it was a great week. Great season, great week for the family. You know, and my mom, luckily, the two championship games were played on different nights, so she was able to attend both of them.
Yes.
Because she had several Friday nights where she was watching one game streamed while she was sitting in attendance at the other one.
That's the life of a mom.
Yeah. So, and I don't know which one's worse, being there or watching it on the live stream. So it's been awesome. As you mentioned, we have several other relatives in this profession, and so everybody understands the grind that it puts a family through, not just the coach itself, but the wives and children. So it's just been a great year.
What's the best moment about this?
Well, personally, I think the end result, was awesome because you not only get to experience it for guys like Donovan, but just the family, the fact that they're there, and we had quite a big family section at the game, and being able to celebrate it with them, it's pretty special.
What's your favorite part about Donovan as a player?
Well, his leadership. I mean, one thing that kind of went unnoticed because nobody really knows, but our defensive side of the ball, we didn't have a single guy miss a practice this year.
Wow.
And I think that says something about them. And one of the reasons that they didn't was because of guys like Donovan. They just didn't allow it. And, sometimes it means a little more when it comes from a player instead of a coach. And, these guys just didn't allow each other to miss practice because they knew the importance of it. And I think it showed off on the field.
Well, I know this isn't your first show, but I'm honored that you came. I mean, this is one thing we do every year, and I love to do this, talk to coaches, bring a couple players. We've had a bunch of them on the show, and I don't know if I've seen any as poised and sharp as you. So congratulations and everything. Congratulations to you. We've come bringing gifts, but literally, man, I know I've never won a championship like that. So I'm kind of jealous, but I mean, I'm just watching you. I can see how happy you are, and I just wish the best for you. Task Performance, have you heard of them?
Yes, sir. Oh, yeah.
So you like them?
Oh, yeah, I love it.
All right, so you want to take his? There you go. There you go. Task Performance for both of you. We're going to give some gift certificates. I'm going to give what I've told the coach is probably going to give it to you, but you got to take your wife and eat. But enjoy this. We're going to have a little tradition. We sign the ball on this show. I got a little Saints ball right here. I couldn't let you sign the LSU ball. The Vandy people might not be happy about that. We'll spread that around. Also, I've got you 2 tickets for NOLA Gold Rugby, the season opener. February 8th, and I know you'd be a great rugby player, and you'd be a good coach. I'm sure you're a great player as well. By the way, that's everybody. That is Nick, Monica, and Donovan Kaufman. Check them out next year in Nashville. Coming up next, we're going to have a little Christmas song from Ronnie Lamarque, as well as my man Robert Valdez. We're wishing everybody a Happy New Year. We'll be right back.
Hey, don't forget my pimento cheese. Of course.
It's okay. I'll take it from here.
Hey, you forgot your receipt.
For the love of palmetto cheese.
Did you know that GMFS Mortgage is the largest independent mortgage company in Louisiana? Their 250 employees have helped over 79,000 customers make the dream of home ownership come true. They funded over $12.9 billion in loans right here in Southeast Louisiana. If you're ready to buy, build, or renovate a new home, or just need to refinance, call the company born and raised here, GMFS Mortgage.
Rock and roll will never die. It's old New Orleans, my oh my. Come on, baby, let's go rock and roll at the city lane. All night, let's roll, let's rock and roll. Baby, do the rock and roll at the mid-city lanes, the home of rock and roll.
Make no mistake about it. Life's more fun with seafood.
Oysters don't swim.
They do in butter.
What'd you get? A little bit of everything to make everyone happy.
Acme Oyster House.
Life really is more fun with seafood.
Handling a gator like this can be scary, and this is pretty risky too.
But do you know what's really dangerous? Dealing with the insurance company after your car wreck.
If you've been injured, get a fighter. That's why you need to call me. I'm not afraid to handle them, and I'll fight to get you every dollar you deserve. So if you've been hurt, hire a professional. Just call me. Get it done.
Get Gordon. Get it done.
Call 1-800-653-9968.
Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Let your heart be light. From now on, our troubles will be out of sight. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Make the Yuletide gay. From now on, our troubles will be miles away. Here we are, as in olden days, those happy golden days of yore. Faithful friends who are dear to us, they gather near to us once more. Through the year, we all will be together if our Savior allows. shining star upon the highest bough, and have yourself a merry little Christmas. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Hey, welcome back to Primetime Sports. Hey, listen, Ronnie Lamarque, this has become a tradition, the third straight year. Thank goodness he came again. We appreciate you, Ronnie, and also, of course, Nick Monica and his guy Donovan going to Vanderbilt. What a great segment that was. But here we got a guy we had a couple years ago. He was on here with Jay Roth, JT Curtis, and they were talking about the LHSAA. I always screw that up. Hey, but real quick, we're going to talk about something better right now. We're going to talk about a state championship again. Robert Valdez. We just had Nick on. He had his first state title in his first year. Your fourth year at St. James, you get your first state title. How's that going for you?
It'll take a little longer than Nick, though. But I'm blessed, man. I'm good. We won it. First time in 40 years. So I don't know if anybody's still resting in beautiful downtown Vacherie. They're still
getting after it?
They're still getting after it. They're still partying. They want to do a under the lights pep rally Friday. I had to tell them, please, no.
You talk about like this Friday coming up? Yeah, okay. Hey, by the way, real quick, because I was gone most of the season. I'm doing college football games, so I didn't get to see. What was the deal with this year with the Dome games not being all played? I didn't even get what happened there.
Well, it kind of went down, and I think it was a little knee-jerk reaction. In January, when we were doing the General Assembly, a proposal was made that if we're split, then the non-select schools or the select schools should have their own ability to host their own championships.
Oh, okay.
So then it was put in the books. And I think what happened is that it was hard to determine if the Superdome had availability for 2 weekends. It's a little bit difficult to get availability for the Superdome for 2 weekends. To get a separate weekend for select and a separate weekend for non-select when you already have an agreement for 1 weekend.
And where'd you play yours? Was yours home?
We played in the Dome.
You played. You were in the Dome. So you were the one of the lucky ones then.
Yeah, we were blessed and lucky that we would still be able to have that. And I think that's something that we have to fix. I think that it doesn't matter all levels. Every kid should have an opportunity if they did everything they're supposed to play in the venue that we all dream of playing in. So, like I said, if we ever get back together, great. If we don't, but still, that should be a
it should be the one thing. That's one thing these kids grew up knowing, watching, maybe watching an older brother, and they got to do it. And, of course, to me, I mean, it's great whenever you win one. It doesn't matter. Like, obviously, they won at Tulane Stadium. Rummel did. What a great place, but Dome's
a great place, but it's not, you talk about it, the kids talk about it. You start fall camp about it, hey, road to the Dome, the Dome, and then you start saying things like that. So it's basically, that's the pot of gold at the end of the tunnel that you reach for. And then if you do what you're supposed to, then you get everything. You get to play in it and win it. So
and your guys got the opportunity to do that. Real quick, though, going through this season, I got to say, going in, obviously your goal, like, the LSU Tigers, they think they're going to win a national championship. They hope to, but in reality, you're hoping for certain things. Going into the season, heart to heart, man to man, what was your real goal going in?
I'm going to be honest with you, this is going to trip you out. I just didn't want to go back to North Louisiana playing mud.
Is that what you did the year before?
Yes. We lost in Spring Hill, Louisiana. We're 4 miles from Arkansas.
Oh, my goodness.
And I remember walking to the locker room. It was bone dry, but in the middle of the field, we couldn't get our footing. So our goal was to try to play as tough a schedule as we can so we can get the highest seed possible so we can get everybody to come play us in beautiful downtown Vacherie, and we can play. We're built for speed. So I want to play on turf. Of course, I want to win a championship, and that's always our goal. But I was just trying not to go back. And
that's a long ride home coming from the top of the state, coming all the way down after a loss.
Right. The only good memories I have is they had a great chicken spot, like a little house or something, and that's where we ate. And we kind of bought all the chicken in Spring Hill, Louisiana.
You knocked it all out.
All of it.
Hey, by the way, what'd you do this year to celebrate? You were hanging out. You went back to Vacherie?
It's funny because, like I said, the coach's life is weird. My wife, we have to have some conversations because she booked my daughter's 21st birthday turn-up in Vegas the day after the state championship game. So, I'm sitting up here, happy and elated, but her and my daughter went to Vegas to celebrate her 21st birthday.
The next day?
The next day. So she booked it in October, so I don't know.
So she didn't have the faith?
She had all the juice and all the mojo. I don't know. I was the one that was like I got to win these games.
Exactly.
But you get to go on a Vegas trip the next day. So no, it's been fast. It's been going so fast. A lot of different things. I've lost two other times in championship games, and
I remember
6 state semifinals, and the phone didn't ring that much. And then
now it's every day, right?
Then get as many text messages. So no, it hadn't hit yet. Hopefully, once we get done, we just got out of school and we got a couple of basketball tournaments and all that. Once it's settled down, it's probably a hit when I get.
What's that like though when you finally get to the mountaintop? Because I remember being in high school, Michael Jordan. They won that title here in New Orleans in '82. But people forget Carolina hadn't won really anything before. Right. They're always in the finals. They lost a few times, got to the Final Four a ton. And when they finally won it, it kind of not necessarily broke a dam out, but they've won 4 since then. When you finally get there, what's that feeling like?
It really, to be honest with you, I don't know if it's a little bit psychotic, but you just start thinking about what you need to do to get back. Mm-hmm. And like you don't really process what you just did. You start thinking about, okay, we're losing this guy, we're losing this guy. We need to look at this. We need to look at how we're going to run the ball better, how we're going to stop the run. So it's like, it just automatically it starts kicking in. But we told our coaches to look, just take it off, and we don't want to talk anything until we get back to school in January. But you just can't help it. You just can't help to start planning your calendar, your yearly calendar, and just to, because it becomes contagious now. It's almost like a fever. You got to get back to it. So, and I see why those programs that continue to do it, why they do it, because it just rejuvenates you. So now the goal is, okay, we want everybody's happy and all that.
Let's do it again.
Now we're trying, and that's the slogan for next year. Let's do it again.
Let's do it again.
Let's do it again.
Well, I will only make you pay me 20% for that
you
one.
Got it, man.
Hey, by the way, real quick though, what makes this team how's the next step? Like, how do you keep from getting caught up in maybe the championship and that letdown after the next season?
I think that, like everybody else, I have a great staff. I have some great coaches. I have some great men in my building that, really.
Your assistant coaches?
My assistant coaches.
Right.
And then our administration is solid. So we, those guys, I don't have to always be there to know that everything is taken care of.
Yeah.
So those guys all can handle their weight. Really, I have a lot of guys on my staff that could be head coaches, and they do a wonderful job. And then our kids have understood what it is, our culture. And so now, okay, everybody's happy and whatnot, but it's really striving to be your best. It's not what everybody else thinks, it's what you can do best, and that's something that we've really gotten better at.
Well, it's always good to see you. I wish we could go longer. The show went from an hour to a half hour for WWL, but here, listen, we're going to make it worth your while. I know we got a shirt here for your beautiful daughter right here. Is that the one that turned 21?
No.
Oh, this is a younger one. Okay.
She's 16.
She's 6. You look older. Anyway, here, some gift certificates right there for you. Enjoy. Take her. You can go. It's right around the corner over here.
Got it.
But we enjoy it. That's Robert Valdez. Once again, I want to thank my man Nick Monica as well, and Donovan, who also came. Of course, there's only one Ronnie Lamarque. I want to thank him too. I want him to sign this ball. We've done this once before. Get you on a little LSU ball. By the way, as we go, how's my man Lowell Narcisse doing?
Good. He's good. He's home for the break. He's home for the break right now.
He's doing okay though?
He's doing great. He's doing great. And just excited. They got some new leadership over at UTSA, and so hopefully.
Nice. Yeah, after Frank left. Hey, by the way, I want to thank everybody. I hope you all had a great Christmas. We want to wish you a very happy New Year, and we'll see you again next week in 2020. Take care. Well, it's funny that you say that. Let me tell you.